All right, welcome to the Explainer. So, Google just dropped something big, a totally new way to think about working with data. They're not just handing us some new tools. No, it feels more like they're giving our data its very own intelligent team. So let's dive in and break down what this actually means. And they kick things off with this really powerful quote. What Google's doing here is signaling that, hey, this isn't just another product update. This is a fundamental rewiring of how businesses are going to operate, and it's all being driven by AI.
So what exactly is this transformation? Well, Google's calling it the agentic shift. The core idea here is to move away from AI that just follows commands to an AI that actively collaborates with you, almost like a partner. But what does that new partnership actually look like in practice?
Okay, so this whole agentic shift thing, it all starts with a new kind of workforce, specialized AI agents. The big idea is to give every single person on a data team their very own expert AI partner, a teammate, really.
Now, to really get what the solution is, you first have to understand the problems they're trying to solve. For data engineers, you know the drill. It's that bottleneck of building and maintaining these super complex pipelines. For data scientists, it's all that manual, time-consuming grind of analysis. And for business analysts, it's hitting a wall with questions that are just too big for a simple query. These are the exact pain points these new AI agents are built to just wipe out.
So for data engineers, this means there's a new data engineering agent. Instead of spending hours, maybe even days, writing all this complex code, you can now just state your goal in plain English, and the agent takes it from there. And what you get is a fully automated workflow. I mean, the agent doesn't just spit out a script. It actually understands your intent. It generates and orchestrates that entire data pipeline right there in BigQuery, from grabbing the raw data all the way to making sure it's clean and ready to use.
And data scientists, don't worry, you get your own partner too. It's a new agent that's built right into the notebooks you already use on platforms like Vertex AI. And this isn't just about helping you write code faster. No, this thing is designed to kick off entire analytical workflows all on its own. Think about this for a second. This new agent can handle the entire analytical process. It starts by creating a plan. Then it actually executes the code for the analysis. But here's the critical part. It then reasons about the results to find the real insights, and then it presents its findings. And all the while, the human data scientist can jump in, guide it, tweak things, and collaborate at any step. It's a true partnership.
Okay, and what about business analysts? I mean, they're the ones who often have these big strategic questions that go way, way beyond what a simple database query can ever answer. They don't just need to know what happened. They need to know why.
And that's exactly where the new code interpreter comes in. What it does is it takes a really complex question, translates it into Python code it can actually run, performs the analysis, and then gives you back not just an answer, but also the explanations and even the charts to go with it. The key here is that it completely breaks through that ceiling of what you can do with SQL, letting you tackle much more sophisticated business problems. So, these specialized agents are obviously really powerful on their own. But here's the thing. They aren't designed to just work in isolation. The much bigger vision here is to connect them all into a single, intelligent network.
And this is so important. This isn't some closed-off walled garden system. It's an open platform. And what that means is that developers can connect these agents to their own tools, their own systems, and even build totally new custom agents to solve whatever unique business challenges they have. Now, to make this whole vision a reality, Google is dropping a brand new suite of developer tools. You can almost think of these like a Lego set for building with AI. Whether you're using an API to embed conversational analytics into your own app, or you're using the development kit to build a completely custom agent from the ground up, these are the tools that really open up the platform for everyone.
So you have to ask, what kind of engine powers all of this? I mean, a super intelligent, interconnected system like this, it can't run on a traditional siloed data stack. It just can't. It needs an entirely new foundation, one that's, AI native from the start.
And the core shift in architecture is moving away from all those siloed systems and into one unified data cloud. So instead of keeping your live operational data over here and your historical data for analysis over there, this new model just combines them. It literally breaks down the wall between the data that runs the business day to day and the data that informs your long-term strategy.
And the impact of bringing all this together? It's massive. For example, with the new Spanner columnar engine, analytical queries on your live data can perform up to 200 times faster. Just think about that. That's the difference between waiting hours for a critical answer and getting it in seconds.
But wait a second. This is a huge question, and it's probably the one you've been asking this whole time. How can an AI possibly understand your company's private data securely and without just making stuff up? For any of this to work, these AI agents have to be trustworthy. They need a reliable memory that is grounded in your company's actual, factual data.
The key technology here is something called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. Now, in simple terms, what this means is that before an AI agent even tries to generate an answer, it first goes and retrieves the relevant facts from your company's private knowledge base. This is what grounds the AI in reality and, crucially, helps prevent it from making things up, what we call hallucinating. And to power this, Google is embedding AI reasoning right into its databases. So you've got new capabilities in AlloDB that give agents a kind of short-term memory of live data, while new features in BigQuery provide the long-term memory of all your historical data. It's this combination that allows an agent to build a really deep contextual understanding of your business. And the new AI query engine in BigQuery is a perfect example of just how powerful this is. You can now analyze unstructured data. We're talking about things like text from customer reviews, and ask really subjective questions, all with a simple query. This kind of thing was basically impossible before, without a bunch of complex external tools. Okay, so let's zoom back out and put all these pieces together. What is the big picture here? What does this agentic shift really mean for a business?
When you boil it all down, this whole vision really rests on three pillars that have to work together. First, you have a new workforce of specialized AI agents. Second, you have an open ecosystem so they can all connect. And third, you have that AI-native foundation to power the whole thing. So this isn't just about getting better tools. It's about building an entirely new operating model, what Google is calling the agentic enterprise.
So really, what this all represents is a fundamental change. It's a move away from analysis that's purely led by humans and toward a really powerful partnership between people and AI, which, leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. Your company's data is about to get its own AI team. Are you ready to be their manager?